Welcome into the Week 7 broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We're broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. We're looking forward to some exciting gameplay tonight. On the show, we'll bring you two incredibly exciting semifinal matchups, and we'll have an all grand finals conclusion of the event next week. I'm your host, Michael Fisher. Joining me to call all the action is Brandon Red Hots Kosiancic. And Red Hots, we actually also get a first in the Esports Tower. We've had a lot of them this fall. We get our first ever pure high school team. Now, all these players are high school players. They kind of get brought together. They get matched up based on their skill level. We have an all high school team. Southeast High School is going to be the first ever high school to debut in the Valorant Rumble. How do you think that's going to look, having a first-time high school team in this Rumble?
I think it's pretty interesting. I mean, obviously we know all these are high school players, so we can see what they've done. But it's I think it's going to be a different thing where these kids know each other, right? They know each other in person. They've seen each other at school. They all they all do the stuff. They all practice together probably.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be that adds a layer, I guess, when you hang out with the people that you meet. Granted, you can hang out with them online, of course, but it's like it's a different thing to see them at school and see them after school and stuff like that. So maybe that could probably help in terms of communication or just teamwork all together and more more of a sense of maybe sometimes I know sometimes like people when you get closer are not more afraid to be like, hey, you messed up there, and like not in like a way where if you don't know someone sometimes they might take it the wrong way. So I think that's the one difference that you kind of get once you personally know people more. It's more like a hey, like actually I think if we do this, like and you kind of get more ideas and stuff going. So I would love to see kind of how they approach the game in those ways.
Well, here is your bracket for this evening. We have the Infernos and Floods in our first semifinal, so are Monsoons Blue, and we'll start off with that high school, the Southeast Seminoles, taking on Monsoons. Winner go to the semifinals. We'll wrap those up, and we'll have the grand finals for next week's show. I think I'm very excited. I think, though, as you said, I'm curious how that team's going to perform. I think you made a great point because these might be guys that maybe you told your friend, hey, let's play Valorant together, and then you end up going to a high school that has a club. I think it is going to be a very interesting look. First time we get to see him. And before we get to that, though, we do get Doc's keys to the game in Valorant, which are focus angles and flank, know your win condition, count cards, call abilities, and click heads. It's all brought to you by the Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. I know you're going to be excited, by the way, Red Hots, because I told you before like what maps we're going to be playing tonight, and you were pretty hyped because we're starting on Ascent, which is really like a classic map. I feel like everybody loves Ascent.
Yeah, I think Ascent's a really great map just because it's most teams kind of play it similar, and there's definitely just ways to play it, and I think it's become so much now that everyone kind of has their attack and defenses kind of lined up. So I think this is a great map to show their teamwork on for both teams. I think Ascent's a very teamwork based map. You can kind of do rotates, you can kind of fake stuff. You can play through mid a lot. So I'm excited, really excited to see kind of how people use agents today. I want to kind of put more emphasis on that. I think good agent play rather than just playing kind of flavor of the month is a big difference, I think, in the Esports Tower. So I'd love to see kind of more comfort and see how that goes.
Well, as we see the agents here, one note I will say, because some people might be wondering, Chamber's out. Chamber will be eligible next week, week 8 of the Valorant Rumble, I've been told. So hopefully we'll see some Chamber in the future. We won't see it today, but we get some very interesting choices here. I mean, we're hovering double Cypher on Ascent, which is not something we see very often, honestly.
Yeah, usually you see Killjoy instead of the Cyphers because Killjoy has such annoying tower spots. She has really good ult spots because the walls are kind of really close to sites, so it just covers a lot of it. So that's usually what you kind of see, but it seems like both teams are actually just going to go with the Cypher here. And honestly, I want to see either them holding down A or B site and seeing how they kind of hold that down. Do they go more so for inner site traps or more for information wise? Because the one thing I've kind of always noticed is Cyphers kind of either play one of two ways. It's kind of like where old split Cypher where it's you just hold down B site, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You have all your crazy camera spots and you just stall them, or it's do you use your Cypher for info? Are they going mid? Where are they mid? Are they going B? Where are they B? So are they rotating out? So I also love camera spots that are really cool. People got to the point now where especially in pro play, they'll use the Cypher camera, but they actually won't shoot the dart because it's in such a crazy spot that they can just use it for information, and once they shoot, they know where it is.
Exactly. That makes sense.
So it's really cool because they just look at it and ping, and it's pretty funny. So I'd love to see just cool camera spots like that.
There is one thing I actually was just informed for the Monsoons. It'll be interesting. Klids is not here this week. He's being filled in for. He is the Monsoons IGL. So I'm curious how they'll perform without their IGL. That's always a very interesting role inside tactical shooters like Valorant and CSGO. So I'm curious if the Monsoons struggle. Could be, just the fact that you're missing maybe your most important player, I would think.
I also, when stuff like that happens, it also is pretty cool because it also allows someone else to step up. Because sometimes people just kind of never got to that point because they just let someone else do it, right? And so sometimes, when they're gone and someone steps up, they do a really good job.
We get a trade right in the mid. Nave goes down, but Warrior picks up a kill, and so far the Monsoons just chilling out in the mid on the pistol round, actually.
They were kind of hovering that full B at the beginning, but
Warrior does get another pick, actually a triple kill for Warrior.
Wow.
And now they're going to push A, now that they've taken that full advantage. Ooh, nice headshot from Aquid. Only able to get one, though. They are pretty low for the Monsoons. Got 2 red health members. This is a winnable 2v3, I feel like.
Yeah, very much so. They have 2 people very low, so they can just get kind of a clean kill into both of them, or even one of them, and kind of play this 2v3. And the big thing here is I think you just play together as 2, because I think if you can trade one in a situation like this, I think it's okay.
Got the 2-member. You got Coaxial out behind A. Ooh, Majibis gets 1 down in hell.
Ooh,
actually, it's a second one with the Frenzy there. Not a bad round for the Monsoons.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a pretty convincing attack side there. They kind of, at the beginning, they kind of played around. I like how they went B. Didn't really see the angle. They went through mid and got 2 picks. I think that was really good. And overall, 3 picks on the side, so that was pretty huge.
I'm curious. Looks like for the Monsoons, we saw Warrior got a triple kill. Majibis got a double kill there in the bottom. We've seen Majibis before. We have not seen Warrior. And the fact that they popped off early, I'm very interested to see. It's always fun in the Esports Tower because we don't see all the players. There's free agents. You might miss a week for a class or whatever. I'm curious if we're going to see any big names in the Esports Tower this week that are going to, you know, make a name for themselves.
Especially as a Reyna player. You can make some crazy plays as Reyna.
We saw some great plays in last week's Rumble. Takes the dog right to the face, though, and pretty much gets smoked out of A. Just going to go charging through, though. Blinded. Maeve does get one, and Warrior somehow still alive.
Didn't take any damage.
I have no idea. I've never seen anyone push the Omen smoke, get double blinded, and just come out just totally free. Maeve's going to get the plant down. There's a 5-on-2, but Aquin does pick up one. Maybe
trying to get the gun, I think. Well, they do get it.
Yeah, it does get the Spectre. Unfortunately, it's all up to them. Ooh, saw Maeve for a moment.
Oh.
At least gets one. I mean, again, now you hurt their bonus econ a little bit because they're going to lose 2 members.
Yeah, I think that's pretty big. Getting 2 is obviously not bad, especially in a bonus round.
This is just a great play by the Monsoons. I will say, Ak has been playing pretty well this year. Unfortunately, they've made great plays when their team's down 1v4.
Yeah.
But they've made some pretty good plays in our first 2 rounds.
Yeah, I would say so. And this is going to be obviously the first round where it's going to be big for them to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
You having a rifle round is a very huge tree to win. So hopefully we can see some gunplay here and kind of go from there. Ooh, some cool traps.
We get a full... Oh, I like that first tripwire.
Full diagonal cross.
Yeah, that is... I don't know if anyone's going to see that. Do get the arrow out. I don't think anyone sees that tripwire. Maybe now they just did.
I think they saw it.
I was hoping. I would not have seen that. I just ran right into it. They do get the Astra smoke down. Are they going to fake? Yeah, they're going to fake B, and now looks like rotate mid to A.
I also say Monsoon's opting for the Sova here, whereas Southeast is not. I always think that Sova has a lot of value on this map. He has a lot of really cool dart spots, and Hunter's Fury can line up very well in this map. The drone has a lot, and since this map is very based on recon, I think it's a very valuable pick.
Dog did spot somebody near Garden for Ossily there. But so far, neither team really making any moves. Do get a double kill there for Southeast. One more picked up for Waseda. This is quite the turnaround round here for the for Southeast.
Oh, does get another one.
Oh,
I don't know where it does have Empress.
Yeah.
Oh, reloading.
Reloading, blinded.
Look. Classic right click. Not the Vandal, but the classic right click.
Blinded, low HP. I'm getting the right click. And that was a huge, we talked about that. That was a big round for Southeast to win. You had the rifle advantage. You're going into, I think, 3 Spectres and some pistols. The fact you won that one pretty dominantly is a good thing for you. And now we get at least 1 op. Looks like
love the offensive op.
Maybe get... There's going to be a peek through mid from Ak and maybe Captain here. I'm curious if they'll get it.
We're kind of seeing this right now.
He's looking towards Market. Oh, Warrior gets a great pick on to WASD there.
So Warrior's been doing a great job of kind of entering so far. Ooh,
Astra Wall goes down. There's an op from Majabis in mid as well. That's a huge pick. Ooh, almost could have got somebody walking through that Omen smoke. Oh, I like this spot.
Yeah, they're kind of stuck right now. So it depends if they're going to flash out or they're going to kind of wait till everyone goes and go from there.
Yeah, maybe you let the wall fake because I don't expect any. Oh, the cage did get triggered around them.
They do hear it now.
Oh, Warrior. What a flick from Warrior.
Yeah, Warrior's kind of going off with the Reyna right now.
See, 2 up in heaven for Southeast. Ooh, that was a great shock dart.
Yep. 11 HP now. It's not looking too good here for Southeast High School for this round.
Well, they do get one. They do trade out 2.
That's not bad.
Denying 2 rifle. Yeah, that's better than honestly going into 2v5. And I think everybody on the Monsoons is full health. That's a
I don't think
trade.
there's an op pick that round either.
No.
I don't think I heard it go off.
Other than they did get 1 mid. We were B, and they did get 1 mid.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Okay, so just like that, it's 1-3 right now. Monsoon's kind of leading at the moment. I think Southeast is either going to have to save here or buy down, because I think they kind of had some weird buys last round. I think the people who kind of got picked the round before went like Spectres and stuff like that. Yes, they're going to have a save round this round.
Yeah, they're going to save.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. What a great op.
Yeah, but looks like they're stacking B. They kind of know that possibly it's an eco round, so Orbit's probably not going to have all their utility.
Still does have the Sheriff. We'll see if the high school players. No.
Yeah.
So that we know the Esports Tower players are insane with the Sheriff.
That is true.
Just wondering if Southeast High School could match them. Spraying through the Astra smoke there. Really haven't found too much of anything. Warrior gets it. Warrior's popping off.
Yeah, the Warriors entering and just going in with no fear at all and just honestly just winning the straight up gunfights.
Like to see maybe the Empress pop next round. Maybe even just rip it this round.
I don't think it's because they know it's a save round. So.
Exactly. But you don't want to have that on cooldown for too long. I think. Oh,
nice shot.
Nice headshot. I would say this should be an easy round for the Monsoons. Maybe not, but I still don't think you really can push through the Sheriff and a Marshal. Maybe you get the Vandal. That Warrior
I think that or a pick or something like that. I guess they're kind of see what they end up doing here.
Maybe you can just gonna look for an exit frag because there's not really a lot of ways out away from this bomb unless all 4 of you want to die to the bomb.
Oh, that's another one. Hey, they get
2.
Oh, we get 3.
Wow. Then I think the 4th one dies to Spike.
They get op as well. Oh.
Yeah. They both did get taken out by the Spike.
That's a clear round.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Op's gone for the side of Monsoons now, so they don't have to worry about that mid. As much. They also have an op of their own now, so.
Ock's going to pick up his own op.
I kind of like that. They just kind of opt for the, just play the outro, like, them basically leaving sight, and then just, because they're not going to win it, obviously, if they push.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think them doing that, because they have to leave anyways, and just going for the, the trade is huge. I mean, going 2 for 4 there is insane.
Yeah, I really like the patience of knowing, like, we're not going to win this round, but, well, speaking of ops, Awkward gets one immediately onto Majabis in the mid.
Reverse Uno card him.
I love the patience. Sometimes it's been a while where you don't see wait for exit frags, just take the round, so that was phenomenal.
I also love op battles. It's like one of my favorite things in this game, where it's like, the op gets you a couple times, then you get your op, and so it's, I can op better than you. I always do love those. Oh, that was a really quick shot there for that recon tower. It gets no information besides that there's only one on site.
As long as, Majabis doesn't get tilted, right? The last thing you want is, like, somebody you lose to an op, you're like, oh, I'm going to beat you. And then you just start throwing rounds away, trying to out-op. Like, you definitely, if you lose, you just got to, ooh!
I'm not going to lie, I've definitely done it before.
Well, everyone has, right? You're like, oh, this guy sucks. I'm going to get him. And then you're like, he just threw, like, 3 straight rounds trying to op this guy. On a save round, you're like, I'll beat him with the Marshal. Don't even worry.
Like, Op's found 2 picks so far, and it's now a 2-5.
They have to rotate over to B, but I mean, you're not making it through mid with the op.
The one thing I will say is Southeast is very patient.
Mm-hmm.
They're not extending out. They're not overextending. There was just the reason the last couple rounds was basically just getting outgunned. When it did happen, they were just getting outgunned. But now they're kind of holding these angles. It is kind of paying off. They're not giving anything, for free at all. And, holding angles is very hard to do. I'm going to be honest. It is hard to do because people want kills. They want action.
It is very boring.
It's not the heroic play of, I'm popping off with the Empress and stuff like that. It's just, well, I got my 1 kill from the corner, so.
It's like, yeah, they'll just.
Wow, they're just going to save.
Monsoons will just save.
Oh.
Ooh, and he gets the Odin as well. Ostley had a judge, so that's just a free upgrade there.
Yeah, and then they can just spray through this wall. Granted, they have no Sova, but you can kind of guess.
Now, this is now a really awkward round for the Monsoons. You have an op, a Marshal.
I don't think that Maeve goes through with this.
I think that was a save op. I think they grabbed Majabis ops
mid,
and they just grabbed the save op.
Yep, that was the from last round.
The knive's going to be popped from the Monsoons, which makes sense.
Oh, just shoot through. I don't.
No, I don't believe they hit anyone. They actually took damage.
Yes, they just lost.
Oh, they did take a little bit of armor off Warrior, I guess. Warrior's down to, unless the Warrior only got light armor. I didn't see.
Just shoot the op to the wall.
Wall ping the out. Oh, this is going to be good.
Nice shot.
Wow.
Kind of holding it down now. Well, they had to use utility here. Probably just Astra smoke them out.
Probably. Oh, Hunter's Fury with the recon.
Oh,
just
juking him.
I don't know if Maeve still has the op. I don't know if they handed it over to Majabiss or not.
I think it was handed over, if I believe so, because I don't think you knives if you hand it over. At least like on a round like this, right, when you're kind of ecoing.
Yeah. There is the Empress pop from Southeast, actually.
Some good ult usage so far.
Ooh, I like this neural theft from the Monsoon.
Mad, yeah. They have Seekers here.
Uh-oh. Empress get popped by Warrior.
Down B.
Playing a dangerous game, though.
30 seconds left.
We're getting all the ults used lately.
Shorty.
Last player standing.
Assisty on this thing, by the way. They
Oh my.
they like to swap to secondaries because the same thing happened that I think it was the second round where they just went around the corner with the classic and got the kill. Like, okay,
10 seconds left.
Save the op here for Warrior, I guess. Yeah, they're just holding corners. As you said, Southeast does that really well. They don't.
they are a very patient team, and I think that's very hard to do. I mean, the one thing that my only like kind of thing that I'm guessing is I hope that they can kind of flip the switch on attack, because we've seen like the Floods, for example, where they did this as well. They played a really good defense. They were very, disciplined. They'd always hold those corners. They wouldn't peek out. They wouldn't do anything like that. But the thing that hurt them was they would do that as offense too. And it was like you kind of rely on the enemy team pushing out more than anything else. So hopefully, Southeast can kind of keep this up and then obviously turn it on when it comes to attack.
I feel so bad. Coaxel was shooting a Seeker going after Warrior and gets opt in the face while doing that. Oh, no.
They hear you. I'm going to be honest. There's only one way for you to really go there.
And I think Majabiss had the op as well. Because they did. No, they actually gave it to Warrior. Interesting. A lot of damage going out from both sides here.
Or Warrior just grab it after.
I guess Warrior might have grabbed it after. You're right. I didn't see.
I think they grabbed it after is my guess.
Majabiss has had some good op moments in Esports Tower.
Doing great so far.
We do see still 3 ults up for Southeast.
Ooh.
Oh, this is a... man.
Cruz does have a good angle, but does get that flash, unfortunately. And obviously, Sky has a really cool thing called this audio cue. And so when you flash someone, it's like blinded, and it's like, oh, there's someone there.
There's someone there. I don't know if this judge strategy...
nice
yeah.
Yeah, not going that way.
You walk away. Just walk away.
So Maeve does have the wall back up. They could use that to get on a site. They did use it I think it was like the 3rd round or something like that. It was a great ult. I love seeing that because I feel like a lot of Astras do not use their ult.
30 seconds
Like in
left.
Esports Tower so far. Or just, try to kind of find that one scenario. So great job so far. There's been a lot of ults used.
You can wall off the op maybe if you do want to push A. Oh, there's that blind again.
Cruz is very unlucky so far.
They get so close and then it
10 seconds
is that
left.
3 for 3?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Man.
Oh, they just walk into the firing squad.
And so I think what's happening here more so is with Southeast holding these corners a lot, it seems like Monsoon's they got kind of into this groove of we can kind of brute force and get these sites. But the thing is now they're going to have to use utility and stuff like that. Like we see Cruz had their arrow, they had double shock darts, they had everything, but they just decided not to use them. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing here is I think Southeast is going to kind of go on a spree of winning here unless Monsoon start kind of coordinating more utility and stuff, especially against an operator, because you're just going to start losing more and more people.
Oh, I like this push-up from WASD.
The only problem is Warrior pushed up fast, and Waz was not ready for that.
And Waston was kind of like, he was still trying to figure out where he wanted to stand.
Yep.
And kind of got caught trying to shoot while moving. And Captain does get smoked off of Heaven. Oh, there's going to be an op on the other side of that smoke.
Oh.
Warrior hears it. Oh, nice dash. Oh,
Nice.
still gets him. That was a great dash.
Yeah.
Spike
I
planted.
thought it was a great dash. They do get the spike down for the Monsoons.
You want to fight?
I
Man.
love Odin's. There you go. That's a
That's a-
great wall.
Yeah, that is a really good wall.
Good flash coming out here.
Oh,
The only problem is they're still at an advantage here with this wall.
nice headshot from Coaxel. Who needs the op?
Oh, very close.
2v2, or 2v3, excuse me. Now it's a 2v2.
Last player standing.
Wow, it's all up to Warrior.
The Warriors up top, though.
It
Wow.
gets it.
Warriors popping off for this Monsoons here.
4
Really
piece.
getting it done.
They had a phenomenal 16 and 6.
The second is 4.
I don't know if the rest of the Monsoons have 16 kills. I actually don't know.
I think they do, but by a very small margin.
Warriors having a phenomenal round. This is a great clutch on
This is a great flank, too, I will say.
Yeah, up in heaven.
That last shot was very important because they had, like, what, 6 HP? I think they were very low.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is a huge clutch up by Warrior, really stepping it up. And I think Warriors new this week.
I have not seen Warrior before. So that is a phenomenal debut. Oh.
I think it was a headshot, though. That was nice. Although, no, it didn't do any damage, but...
Yeah, it was a headshot from about 30 meters away with the judge. Ooh, Captain gets a nice spray through onto coaxial.
Really holding this B?
Oh, no. Ooh. Somebody's going to peek this.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been a sick shot. That's also right there. That was the interaction of the jet dash.
True, we've talked about that. If you shoot where the jet is dashing from. It's Majibush and Waseda getting in a fight at Gardens.
Close, but just a little too far right. Nice
it's a nice trade. Ooh, gets a mid-utility, but gets blinded.
Spike down
No.
A.
Sisty said, "Yeah, I'll flash us both. Let's try this." They're the judge.
Oh no, the judge, the dome.
That's a great rotate there, by the way.
Yeah.
Played B, held it down, rotated, flashed again. Does not let anyone go through Garden without getting flashed at least twice.
And I mean, they are choosing to use the judge.
Yeah.
This is not like an eco, I'm going to judge. They're pretty good with the judge. I mean, you know, good with a shotgun. You determine at home if that's degenerate
really
or not.
Punishable if you really hit your shots in the first go. But, I mean, since they're pushing into this judge, it's really hard to kind of overtake. And I think this is the thing is I think Monsoons still are doing fine, but they're kind of relying a lot on Warrior just entering when they got to use a lot more utility. They have so much utility in their pocket, and I think they're really not utilizing it.
And they're just face checking the op too much.
This is a good start.
Oh, that's
Nice. Good split onto here. This should be able to get them on site here because now they have both angles.
Oh, there it is with the judge again. Nice trade. Captain getting a second.
Two, yeah. I think that hit. Yeah, so that was a big shock dart.
Fortunately, they're both using pistols, so they at least got to get the spike down for credits.
Last player standing.
Well, it's all up to
Spike
Cruz.
down A.
They do have a Phantom now.
And, I mean, it's a low-health Omen. This is winnable.
The thing is, they know where. I don't think they know where he is.
No. No idea.
But Omen's definitely a little sus of it.
Oh, got caught by Orbit. They knew where Omen was, but they did not know where Orbit, unfortunately, was. And
Last round
we're
before
maybe
the
looking
switch.
at 6-6 here. I think with Ock.
I think it's 7-5.
It depends on if they can kill Ock before they kill somebody with the Op.
I think Southeast has done a phenomenal second half of the first round. As weird as that sounds, but yeah.
They get a full buy.
Yeah, this would be a big going with the swap to the Odin. Had a lot of success on the judge, but going back to the Odin right now. Oh, Astrowall straight off.
Oh, I like that.
Like that.
Predicting the Op, too.
This shows at least that they're wary of the op, and they know it has a threat. That's also a fantastic wall because they can't have any cheeky angles there. And you block off mid.
Oh.
Now, the thing is they're actually all 5 going through Marky here. So B, main is actually not cleared in the slightest.
This could be a huge flank from spawn.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a huge pick on the Orbit.
Oh, Maves, look at the...
Oh, they have a judge, actually.
It's Ostley. Of course they have a judge.
It's a lot of damage right there.
Why is this working? Should not be able to work with the judge.
It's going crazy right now.
Oh.
2v3, we do have the Cypher ult.
Yeah, if he gets a kill, Cypher gets a
They
pick.
not be able to use it on Sisty's body from the judge?
I think the
Should have
body's...
been, or maybe just got it. I don't know.
Man, might have just got it, unfortunately.
And there you go, 7-5.
There you go. Not a bad round from either team. I feel like if, as you said, the Monsoons got to adapt. They got to stop checking without utility. Because they basically kind of like, we'll just Astro Wall off mid and we'll go. And they didn't really have a plan
That
after
was a
that.
great play. The only thing I would love to see is if you split maybe 1 to 2 into main, and so it's very hard for them to actually get in any safe spots. So then people can watch CT while you're coming from that. It just kind of sucks because then you have 5 at the same angle, and then obviously the judge pops you around and gets 1 and then 1 to 30 HP, so it's pretty hard to play that way. But overall, great round. I mean, you know, Southeast kind of started, you know, 4-1. It wasn't looking too good. They were getting outgunned a lot. They were, you know, it didn't look too hot, but they just played those corners, played a great defense, and, you know, really bunkered down. And now it's going to be, how do they attack, honestly? So a team like that, they have a lot of discipline. Are they going to do the same, you know, kind of cautious attack, or are they going to go real crazy here? So guess what time to see.
I think for the Monsoons, you're happy at 5 because I would guarantee you every player except Warrior says they can play better, right?
Yeah.
And so you have...
said probably.
Yeah, Warrior probably said they can play. Oh, Cruz is already low.
Wow, through the smoke, I think.
It's taken out, but it is a 1-for-1 trade. We get a full A push. And they already have the plant down.
Yeah, this is a very aggressive first round.
Spike planted.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
This is kind of what we wanted to see from Southeast. I think they know Osley's down there.
Possibly.
Well, now they do. Now they know they're up
Oz with a
there.
great flank.
Last player.
Wow. Well, it's all up to Majibis and.
Looks like each Reyna player is just going crazy today.
Oh,
That was a great first headshot.
almost got the second one on to Captain there, but Southeast will pick up the win and
If you say one of my creatures
only
is
winning one
close,
round, but they at least kind of answered the opening question of would they play offense as slow as they play defense. And the
Yeah.
answer was no. They're going to go hard and they're going to go fast.
The one thing I will say is we've seen some good Reynas in Esports Tower.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how aggressive they can be sometimes.
Yep.
Some good flanks. I mean, obviously Warrior in the first half just went crazy with it, but second half, it's kind of see. We do see the shorty, so hopefully a little cheese, but looks like they're on B rather than A, so.
How much restraint do you think it took for Osley not to buy the judge attacking?
Maybe just next round. Maybe they didn't have enough money.
Ooh, a 2-1-2. Not something you see very often in Valorant. I think they tried to bait them all A, and now they're going to get a flank
There's
onto
no one on
Majibis.
B anymore.
Yeah, and they just flanked Majibis in mid.
But I like that play. You doing an early rotate is probably your best chance of getting anything done. Because if you stay on site, it's pretty hard when you're ecoing fully to actually get anything accomplished. So I think it's better just to stack.
Now they're going to go up through spawn. Ooh, a dog lands
Yeah.
onto Maeve. Not much you can do there.
Player standing. Flawless.
What a round. Not even it was a flawless. I love how aggressive Southeast is getting too.
I also love how they're playing it. They're not just stacking 5 and just being like, all right, go, go, go. They're playing pretty methodical that round. It was like you have one kind of scouting B, you have 2 go mid, you have 1 go cat, you have 2 go main, and it's just like you're kind of split up. And it's really hard for them to get kind of cheese picks that way because you have so many different angles.
I mean, you played it perfectly too, right? You had 2 go A, like you just took some shots, forced a rotation from Majibis, who walks right into your 2 on B. That's just such a great game plan.
Yeah, I agree.
And now it looks like they're going to try it maybe once again. You've got kind of like another 2-1-2. Ooh, nice cam from Coaxial, but he
I don't
did
think
get
it hit
taken out. Did see him at least.
Yeah. Pretty interesting angle by Majibis. This would be kind of hard. It's going to be really close reaction speed here.
Well,
should use the flash.
Yeah, they thought about flashing and then ended up changing their mind.
So that was the dog, actually. They had the dog coming out for the animation-wise.
Oh, you're right.
Because it was a crouch kind of thing. I think that would have been interesting also, because it's like if you push and you get dazed, how does that work?
Yeah, can you see them in time?
Yeah, exactly.
We do have, unfortunately, 2 down for Monsoons. It was another great op pick onto Warrior that we saw in the kill feed over on B. And now it's all up to Cruz on A. And
Still has recon dart, and I think they kind of need to start using this a little bit more to get some more information here.
Spike
Yep.
planted.
Might be a little early, though, since no one's actually there yet. Yeah.
it's taken out immediately as well.
Double shock darts. It'd be cool if they had some hell lineups.
Here.
Oh, great.
Smoke onto Orbit. Ooh,
Wazd with a great pick there.
great pick onto Maeve. Coaxial's also blinded. Ooh, Cruz gets 2 up in heaven. Oh, this is a huge flank you could pinch onto Orbit.
Player standing.
It's a one-on-one
enemy
versus the
remaining.
op. No, don't pick this.
No. maybe a jump peek or something like that. But that's a great shot. So
That was a great prediction by the Jet as well. You mean you could tell from the silhouette they were just ADS the whole time. Because if you miss that shot, you're dead. There's no recovering.
Yeah.
So that is supreme confidence in your op, and for good reason, honestly. Ak is, I'm going to say, maybe looking like a very strong opper.
yeah, doing a great job so far.
It's just, what a great prediction, too.
I think both teams have been doing great with the operators so far, using great uses.
The Monsoons had one early on Majabis. I don't think they pulled one out. They're also going to be forced to eco this round as well, which make this just a bit tougher. I really like these attack strats for Southeast, though.
Yeah, I think they're playing this pretty like by the book in terms of Ascent. Like it's such an open map sometimes, and you should be able to split it up. You should use like these different locations like this. Like great utility from Sky. They learned that last round. I'm not going to blind peek this.
Cruz is all alone on B.
Ooh, close.
Had a couple of shots off. There's Ak with another off on the
Southeast is
coax.
just taking everything for basically free here.
Ooh.
Except for Warrior. Oh, great trade.
It's all up to Maeve. I don't know what you can do with the pistol, and I'm getting shot.
Where is Orbit at?
Why are you on B orbit? Like
They
what?
just went around the sun and came back.
They're like, hey, we're gonna be over there. All right, 2 more rounds.
But stuff like that makes it really hard to play for Monsoons. When you're playing multiple angles with, honestly, great usage of utility, it's really hard to genuinely, like, hold these things.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just need to make a decision of, hey, do we hold this or do we try to take a retake? But Southeast on the retake, they play pretty disciplined, so that's pretty hard to do as well.
I mean, I just love the fact, over 2 rounds we saw from Osley. The first time I'm going to blind peek, second time immediately learns, they got lucky. That takes a lot to just kind of immediately say, all right, I'll check with the dog this time. As we get a very aggressive op from Ak pushing all the way through elbow and, yep, right through B main, right onto Warrior too. Bit of overkill there on the tripwire.
The heckin' trap.
They have the Empress popped. I don't know how long they're going to stay on site. I like Ak also being the one leading the charge with the op.
Great job there. Just have a fire. Oh, Quox gets one.
Ooh, does have the neural theft. Maybe they can get a second pick.
Oh, fantastic shot by Waz. Wow.
Cruz coming in with the recon. Drone. Majabis has the op as well.
I think the smoke should be going away soon, if I were to guess.
Ooh, that's a very unfortunate concuss. I think they know Majabis is there as well.
Need that Q. They know where they're there. They dashed. Oh my gosh, does get away.
Ooh. They're being hunted.
say.
And yep, Captain was looking for the flank. All right, match point for Southeast. And
Yeah, they started off just a little bit, but seems like maybe it was a little nerves or something coming back the first time in Esports Tower. So, kind of like, okay, let's just collect ourselves. And honestly, shows that's a great job to, kind of not start on a great foot and then just come back. And I think they've literally gone on like a huge spree of like, I would want to say like 10-1 if I were to guess in terms of like last 11 rounds-ish.
feels right,
It was like
honestly.
4-1, I think, and then after that I think it was like 1 round to 5, but other than that, it's been huge.
Man, I know they've won 5 straight rounds in this half for sure. Poor Cruz all alone on A with a Guardian up in heaven. We do hear the knives come out for the Monsoons.
Also, Southeast is very coordinated. If you notice, like the Jet jumped at the same time they were peeking around the corner, so they couldn't cover both right there.
Do see at least 3. There's one up in heaven. It is Ak with the knives. Does
No
get
reset, though.
one. Who needs reset when you have the op?
I've got your trail.
Oh.
Seekers come
Oh
out.
my gosh.
Cruz does get 1.
This is the Hunter's Fury. I mean, you got to use it because if you lose, you don't get it.
Yeah, you can't save for next game. I do like Majabis with the knives. Dodges an op shot, gets shot in the back.
1-on-1 does a Hunter's Fury. Oh,
Oh, picks up
dink
the
him.
op.
Ooh.
Revealing area.
No, I mean,
Only 1 bullet though. I don't agree with this op play, by the way. Yeah, I think you're so close, but
Attackers
wow.
What a statement from Southeast. I mean, first time we ever had a high school in the Rumble. It's looking a little shady. And then, as you said, I think they end up winning like 11 of the last 12 rounds.
I'm pretty sure that's going to kind of end up being.
Absolutely phenomenal. So Southeast will move on to the semifinals. They'll take on Monsoons Blue. Cannot wait to see more of them. Well, you know, going at it alone can only get you so far. Ultimately, if you want to increase your chance of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. We have seen that with the Esports Tower, and now they have a huge challenger with Southeast because the teaming skills, especially on offense, were insane. You can really see how talented Southeast is. I'm curious how they're going to match up with their other Esports Tower team, and they'll take on Monsoons Blue, I believe, in our last game of the night. Esports Tower really takes time to create teams of well-matched teammates. I want to give a shout-out to all the coaches. If you're watching, haven't checked out Esports Tower clubs yet, you should. And it's the fast track to rank up. We take a look at the bracket. We'll have Infernos and Floods. Floods made it to last week's grand finals in a crazy series before falling. We'll see if they can get it done against Infernos, and then we'll have Monsoons Blue and the Southeast Seminoles in our final semifinals to set up next week's all grand final show. And I mean, every other Esports Tower team kind of, you know, they were in the semifinals, they were waiting. That is a message being sent by Southeast, by the way. They started slow, and it's like, maybe they're a little overwhelmed. They finished strong, and my goodness, their attack play on Ascent, they didn't lose a single round.
Yeah, I was saying that's a great thing is, you know, like I said, I was kind of like worried about how they were going to do that, but it seems that they had both things very figured out. Very disciplined defense team, and offense was fantastic. They played aggressive when they needed to, and they also split up and used utility very well. And that's why I think it was really hard for them to play defense there. I think that, you know, obviously that's where Monsoons fell a little short there. Is they kind of relied a little bit too much on their gunplay for the attack side, and you know that op really made the best of them. So it seems like they kind of learned from that and then used it to their advantage.
Well, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, our semifinals are going to kick off. We'll start off with the Floods and Infernos. Who's going to make it to the Week 7 grand finals? It's all coming up right after this.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
into this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We're broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. It's the semifinals of our Week 7. Kicking things off, it is the Floods and Infernos, two teams we've seen quite a lot of Red Hots. Of course, last week the Floods made it to the grand finals, won a crazy game 1, and then just couldn't quite get the job done against the Drought. So they'll get their redemption here against the Infernos. And we're moving to Icebox, which is always a fun little map for the Esports Tower players. I think we've seen a lot of very, very interesting strategies recently on Icebox start to come to light. And I always love the Viper play on Icebox. So you basically just going to tell a team half the map isn't even playable.
Yeah, I think we've only seen like one really efficient Viper on this map, though. I think a lot of teams actually end up not picking it on this map. I think last week it was the Drought side that picked up the Viper, and it was really hard for them to actually do anything on that B site there. So I wonder if Floods were like, that's pretty good. We should probably do that too. I mean, I'd imagine something like that. I think the big thing here is hopefully that if Floods can kind of show that they've kind of gotten over that, slow attack side here to kind of make the difference. But it should be a good game overall.
Infernos and Floods meet on Icebox. After that, we'll have Monsoons Blue and the Southeast Seminoles, and they'll face the winner of this match. The winner of that match will in the grand finals next week. Before we hop into Icebox, though, we do have Doc's Keys to the Game presented by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Focus your angles and flanks, know your win conditions, count cards, call abilities, and click heads. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You can match with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up, all at esportstower.com. It's time to get into our first semifinal matchup of the night. Infernos taking on the Floods for the first spot in the grand finals. Floods looking for back-to-back grand finals after a great run in their first ever Rumble last week. Infernos had a strong showing, and I'm very curious to see how this roster will perform. I've been told they're doing very, very well in practice recently, so let's see who picks up that first spot in the grand finals on Icebox.
Yeah, and hopefully I'm interested to see kind of comps here. We've seen, obviously the Viper last week made a huge dent, so maybe we kind of see that going through here or some other agent. I think last time they tried to raise and it did not work in the slightest.
Yeah.
So I think they'll probably kind of going off that this time, if I were to guess. But I think Inferno could probably try to make their stride kind of back. I think they've kind of struggled a little bit in the semifinals recently. So hopefully they can kind of, want to get it more here with practice and pick it up for this time around.
The one thing I do remember about the Flood, and it might be the reason why they don't play the Viper, because I think they should after what happened with the Drought. They played the same 5 agents every single game in the grand finals, and I don't know if that is because of just comfort or what. So I'm hoping they get a bit more creative here for the Floods, who I believe are on our left side here. They'll start defending, and it seems pretty much the same, honestly.
Yeah, if I'm pretty sure.
I remember Pebble on the Astra. It feels very similar to last week. We do get a Viper potentially from Kinetic. They're hovering it right now.
Yeah,
they'll lock it in. I'm sad we don't get the Zed Evan Cypher, though. Going to settle for the Zed Evan Sova.
Hopefully some great lineups. We saw some prior having some insane lineups in that Sova last week with truly crazy stuff in. So it's been pretty interesting to see. So hopefully we can kind of see some cool lineups. There's a lot of interesting stuff on this map. But pretty similar team comps. It seems like, the Viper over the Astra. They only have one duelist in the side of Inferno. And, yeah, just the Jet, the difference. And then also just one Reyna. So a lot of stuff going on. Oh, Prestige.
Yeah, I was going to say,
is in.
Prestige filling in from the landslides this week. We have not seen the new landslides in action. They've had some roster shakeups. They're practicing. They want to get through the holiday season first. So I'm excited to see Prestige as a free agent, if you will, this week.
What is a pretty solid free agent for me, in my opinion.
That's definitely like a nice free agent pickup to have. Like, hey, who's our free agent? We have Prestige from the landslides. Like, oh.
Playing the Sage.
I'm curious to see what they do. I'm curious to see how they kind of slot in, kind of get their moment in the sun. Actually, three of the members of the Infernos are free agents. Only Zed, Evan, and Kinetic are part of the team. So Cozy, Prestige, and there's one other player who I'm sure we will see soon. They are all free agents. I'm curious how kind of like the free agent team will go in terms of coordination.
Oh, close. I mean, we know Prestige has really good aim, so
yeah.
that has been kind of a trend lately where sometimes you put your one of your best aiming players on the Sage. Oh, great shot.
On to Alls. Alls is the other, I guess Ali, the other free agent. Oh, Zed Evan It's all action here as Vipers gets the first elimination.
I think the shock dart this is a great rotate. I mean, they're just kind of calling it out.
Did that shock dart end up hitting the Reyna?
I think it hit. Yeah, it did. It just didn't. Like it was a barely hit, if that makes sense. I think it only did like 10, 20 damage.
Oh, I like this because this is going to make Corkle. Ooh, Corkles gets the pick. Ooh, unfortunately, he had to win that 1v1 because I was wondering if it would force the Infernos back to site, but it did not. Oh, nice headshot. What a great free agent to have.
Oh, great shock dart there.
Woo! Gets the spike down. Oh, Viper's looking for a flank around the wall.
Only 40 HP though, with no healing or anything, by the way, so they can't reset.
Oh, it takes a lot of damage from Prestige. Uh-oh, here comes Corkles. Corkles did get spotted, unfortunately. Prestige is holding this down 1v3 with some help from Kinetic. Oh, they fake. Oh, what a round from the Infernos. It was a great call on the rotate, and you just tell Prestige, like, hey, can you 1v3 behind a box real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I like the decision too on the Infernos. Just, you know, hey, A's not working. We really can't get through this side. They use a lot of utility there. Let's just go to B, and then they kind of just won the even gunfights because there wasn't any utility left, and so they only had one option, which was just straight up, you know, gunfight difference, and so they kind of won it up. Prestige had some great shots.
Did we get a Vandal rush already from the Infernos? One of the members. It looks like Ollie's, yeah.
I'm always a very not fan of this, but you know, so yeah, now they get the Vandal.
Well, maybe. Oh my God. Well,
thankfully Prestige is there, so maybe it was the Vandal bait.
Well, that might be one of the fastest rounds in Esports Tower history. That was, I mean, our replay.
It was almost disaster.
It was so short, our replay still caught the start of the round. Yeah, I thought this was a disaster.
Thankfully, they had the dash backwards.
Yeah. And then they
because if not, they get the Vandal there, and that's kind of scary.
I like how Zed Evans was like on site. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna plant, guy." Like, no, we don't need
the
you.
Round's over. Corkle's going with the no armor op round 3.
All right, I like the aggressive plays from both these teams. We got the round 2 Phantom. We get the round 3 op, no armor.
I love how people are disciplined for Sova arrows now. Like, they've seen everything at this point, so like whenever you see a dart, you just kind of know where it's gonna be.
Ooh, Prestige.
Oh, almost. I'll say Prestige is playing a dangerous game here.
Did Prestige just dink him?
Yeah.
What a shot.
Also right there, too.
Cozy's got the Bucky on B.
Oh. Little split here. This is pretty interesting.
They're going to get the plant down behind that Viper
almost.
wall. Oh, Pebble does get the headshot on the Cozy, though.
A lot of damage out, though.
Yeah, Floods have 2 members who are low health. Oh, Kinetic, you can already see has the lineup ready to go.
This would be hard to kind of deal with.
Prestige up on top there.
And
nice
shock
dart. They just have all the lineups. Ooh, Vipers gets a huge pick onto Prestige.
Here comes the...
Last player standing.
Did he get the...
He got one. Yeah, he didn't shoot the second one.
Did end up taking down Tracker, but unfortunately, yeah.
If you'd have shot the second one, it would have been close.
They actually might have, yeah. If they took the second one, they might have won, but that's a good round for the Floods. We talked about this in our last matchup. You lose the first 2 rounds in the pistol round. Round 3 is kind of the must-win. You're going up against the bonus, and you full bot.
Yeah, so Infernos don't really lose anything from that, though, so that's fine.
The op works out. I don't think Corkle's got a single op kill,
I don't think so. They were low, though. So I did take damage.
And I think the Floods are going to be forced to not be able to... Oh, no, they did full buy. They just took forever. I was like, that's a lot of pistols with 3 seconds left in the round. But they were just baiting me. Corkle's looking for a shot with the op. Does at least take out a drone.
I like the split that's going on for Infernos. They're just splitting a lot of this map up, and it's really hard for the Floods to kind of get a true defense going.
And the Floods don't really have an agent who can solo hold B like a Viper. I mean, you get the double wall down. I mean, this is a free plant outside the fact that Kinetic
And
has the cotton there.
lineups.
Enemy
Ooh,
kill.
nice shot.
There's that plant from Kinetic. 2 walls in the way. Oh. Ollie's saw Pebble, tried to dash up in the
dash
air.
up. Woo.
There's Corkles coming through though. With the op.
Feeling sight.
Zed Evans gets 1 kill.
My
They
ult
do
ready.
trade out.
So
Maybe
the only thing is, another
Okay.
pick from Corkle's great here.
it's a
One enemy
2v2.
remaining.
They get a 2v1. It's all up to Descent. I think they're gonna get sandwiched here.
remaining.
Oh, that's great.
Oh. Descent with the clutch here.
What a
Some
play
great
by
shots.
Descent.
Clutch.
I feel like that's a great read from the Floods too, realizing the Infernos want to fake A, go B.
Yep.
They've kind of figured out that strategy.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing obviously is just trying to find spike for them, you know?
Mhm.
Once they kind of find that spike, I think it can play the difference. But that was a great shot from Descent. But right here also just turning around. Zed haven't just had kind of pretty unlucky timing there, but definitely had their chance to kind of win that gunfight and ultimately didn't win it. So
2-2 here.
ooh, it's a lot of sheriffs.
Yeah, it's like a full eco outside of Prestige for the side of the Infernos.
Yeah, I saw a Valorant post that reminded me of Esports Tower where, people have the Vandal, they miss 29 of their 30 shots, but on that Sheriff, they just turn around that corner and you're getting domed. For some reason, that's the weapon that gets you, so. That's very applies to Esports Tower a lot. We see people lose, miss a lot of bullets with their main weapons, but as soon as you put the Sheriff in their hand, they're hitting everything, so.
Yeah, we see teams win more often than they should, just full Sheriff eco rounds.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you should win that. Nice wall.
Oh, nice knives. Doesn't reset.
So far, everybody is full life. Looks like they're trying to run away. Good shot in the back a couple times, though. They do get the Viper wall.
Oh, that.
Corkles is
Yeah,
coming for him.
Corkles is coming. There we
There's
go. There's
one.
the firing squad.
Oh, they're going to meet him
Interesting
in
that they're going through mid here, because, okay, yeah, I would say you don't win that with no guns, to be honest. It's too far of an angle for you to actually kind of get value out of your Sheriffs.
But I don't think anyone expects Prestige to actually have a Phantom.
Oh, that was close. Great shot, though.
Backs up a little bit. Oh, Descent has the op as Corkle pops the knives and ended up getting a kill. It's a 3-on-3. Ooh, Prestige.
Wow. Oh,
Oh. Oh, no. We're going to get
they're
it.
gonna knife him. Oh,
No, okay.
that's okay. I would do that too. I'm way too scared to knife someone.
Did
I'll
they,
be honest.
As soon as they started running, they started like, oh, we probably can't knife them. All 4 members have ults. Oh, Viper's is going to, oh, that's huge that he missed that
Ooh.
shot.
A lot of jump peaks going on and getting away from very scary situations. They do have the Hunter's Fury.
Is Cozy just running away?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Enemy remaining.
Oh,
Wow, ended up
great
winning
shot.
that. Now it's all up to Vipers.
I don't think they can win this, per se.
I don't think so. Oh, Zed Evans going to get the peek with the Sheriff?
Yep.
There it is! We didn't get to see it, but
And the round with 4 Sheriffs and 1 Vandal or a Phantom wins the round.
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised at the Esports
No,
Tower.
not at all.
We
Yeah.
have a lot of ults up, too.
I will say this is when it's kind of hard. Like Floods, I mean, they do have the Killjoy, I think, over there, but it seems like they're just not buying enough time when they rotate, and they're using too much utility, or like something's going on here, because it's really hard for them to actually hold against these rotates.
And they're not winning mid. I guess they didn't really lose mid because it ended up being a 1-for-1 trade, but they're not winning in mid.
Yeah.
And they're going to be forced to eco, are the Floods. They have a couple of Marshals. That's about it.
Knives coming out.
I like ripping the knives. Just put your you put your cooldowns on cooldown.
Yep. And I think they're saving for op too. So.
Ooh, Corkles at least gets 1 headshot. They do get traded out as Tracker, who is looking for a pretty sick flank, ends up getting eliminated.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a huge elimination onto Corkles. They should have just all bought Sheriffs. I think that was the problem. Is Ollie's gets a knife's kill. Does go down to the Sheriff. right on cue. Ooh,
Shot.
5 HP. They'll end up picking it up. Spike down as well. Pretty good round for the Infernos there. They played that one really well. I like the reverse rotate for B to A. Kind of caught them off guard, I think.
I think so too.
Because they had Tracker pre-positioned mid for the rotate, but they weren't looking from B, they were looking to A, and they just got shot in the back.
Here it comes. It's a 4-2 so far. Inferno's kind of looking pretty good right now, I will say. I mean, granted, you know, they have a couple free agents, but it's looking overall pretty good. And, you know, Floods, I guess, have a couple ults ready here. And I think they just got to figure out a little bit more of the defensive here for this map, and it could be a pretty even first half.
No Icebox was one of the maps the Flood struggled on in last week's grand final, so definitely a map I'm sure they want to learn, want to have a good performance on. Ooh, nice defender Killjoy all immediately.
Is that? Okay, I was wondering where that was. There it is.
Should at least get the plant down, right?
After.
End up just...
They do have Viper's Pit here.
Yeah, now they'll pop the Viper's Pit. Now they'll plant it, I would assume.
That's a good bait. They didn't know they were coming. Oh, Killjoy coming.
Now we get the
I
attack.
think it's a little late here, but...
I think they're just trying to catch the Infernos running away. Prestige does get the revive. I think they're both going to get the... There's 3 ults this round?
Yep.
Zed Evans does have the
30
Hunter's
seconds
Fury, but
left.
there's no real great way to know where they are.
Yeah, it's only, I think it could be like a post plant kind of thing, or... Oh, nice wall bang there for both of them.
Descent's on the other side of that Viper's wall, so is Corkles. Zed Evans is wide in the open.
I say they can't rotate because obviously they don't have time. Ooh, gets one.
That's a huge pick. They do trade it out. Another Viper wall goes down. Should buy them enough time to at least plant Spike, but Corkles gets a huge pick. It's up to Prestige.
Go push him. Ah.
That was a great play by Descent, and you get eliminated at the end, but a great play by Descent to at least run away. You know?
My one thing about the round is I think the Inferno should have went with the Killjoy ult first, then the Viper's Pit, because if you can set up the Viper's Pit, it's really hard for them to go in. They tried to go in the Viper's Pit early, and they got pushed, and obviously they did not win that fight. So I think that was probably the biggest difference there. That could have won the round.
Yeah, the Viper's Pit, I mean, it was interesting that Tracker and I think one other player pushed through the Viper's Pit, which you usually don't see, and they ended up winning that fight as well, which a little bit shocking to lose a fight in your own Viper's Pit.
I mean, it was a good bait there, I think. They obviously knew what they were trying to do as soon as they started to plan. They pushed, but...
Well, B is wide open.
Wow. Ghost kill. Okay, they get 2 from the Eco. 3. Wow.
Well, it's all up to Cozy. It was an Eco round, but...
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Yeah, Cozy's
Saw
clicking heads.
one more. It is
I think they can win this.
Nice jump peek by Descent.
Ooh.
The Astro Wall is going to make that a lot harder. It's going to allow them all to pick up the guns.
Wait.
Ooh,
Okay.
I don't think they saw where the spike was.
Yeah, Cozy goes.
Okay.
Okay. And they have the turret still in spawn, by the way.
And they get a free plant here.
Oh. Turret's gone.
What do we do here, Red Hot, if we see?
Shoot the bomb.
Thank you. Cozy's
They took the
gonna,
alarm bot back? Okay, this is their turret. Did they?
I think.
Oh, no, it's out of range. Right. Okay.
Both members of the Infernos. I would assume they both picked up guns by now.
I think they're playing this through the little window here.
Gotta shoot the spike.
I think they shot the other one, maybe?
I think they shot the second one, but they did not shoot the first one.
I don't think so.
Or maybe not. You can hear the defuse. What a spike plan!
Oh.
Did they buy enough time,
Nice.
though? They did.
Wow. This.
All right.
That was a fantastic play.
That's a great spike plan, too.
That was almost a disastrous round.
I mean, you almost lost in about 4 seconds to a Complete
full
safe
pistol
round.
team. Yeah.
But that's what I mean, outside of just share of headshots, that's how we've seen teams win pistol rounds in esports out. They
Yep.
just get really aggressive, they get up in your face. That is a great spike spot, by the way, knowing exactly, well, I can just let my swarm grenades kill time, and then I have a great lineup for the first person who defuses.
Yep. That is true.
Take flight.
Oh, knives come out immediately from Corkles. I did see him, however.
Ooh, nice shot.
6 HP for Kinetic.
Placing